When a narcissist sees you as being too strong, too independent, too self-assured, too aware of your own worth, they don't see that as a quality to be admired. They see it as a threat, because to them your strength is resistance. Your strength is defiance. Your strength is a wall they cannot easily climb or break through. Narcissists thrive on control. They feed on the ability to manipulate, to confuse, to distort reality in their favor. And when they come across someone who knows who they are and refuses to bend, that power dynamic they crave begins to crumble. That's when they change. That's when they shift tactics. Because when they realize they can't dominate you like they've done to others, they'll do everything in their power to try and dismantle your strength, piece by piece. First, they'll begin to undermine your confidence subtly. They won't attack you head on, not at first. They'll start with little digs, quiet criticisms masked as jokes, and seemingly harmless comments that leave you questioning yourself. They'll say things like, "You've changed, and not in a good way," or "You think you're better than everyone now." They'll act like they're joking, like they're just being honest, but it's all deliberate. It's intentional. They want you to second, guess yourself. They want your strength to wobble just enough that they can slip back into control. You'll find yourself questioning your decisions, your behavior, and even your character, not because anything has changed, but because they're rewriting your reality to make you feel small again. When undermining you doesn't work, they switch to playing the victim. Suddenly, you become the villain in their story. They'll accuse you of being too cold, too distant, too focused on yourself. They'll tell you that your strength is actually selfishness, that your boundaries are cruelty, that your independence is abandonment. They do this to confuse you, to blur the lines between right and wrong, until you start feeling guilty for simply protecting your peace. They want you to believe that being strong makes you heartless. And once guilt sets in, control becomes easier again. If the emotional manipulation doesn't bring you back under their thumb, they'll move to isolation. A narcissist knows that strong people often have strong support systems, friends who encourage them, family who remind them of their worth, communities that uplift them. So they'll start working to sever those ties. They'll twist conversations, spread lies, suggest that certain people are against you or don't really care about you. Or they'll say, "They just don't understand us," pulling you away from those who would otherwise protect you. The more isolated you become, the more dependent they hope you'll be on them, because isolation makes control easier, and control is their only goal. As your strength continues to hold, they grow more desperate. That's when the provocation begins. They'll start to poke, prod, and pressure you into reacting. They want you to lose your temper. They want you to snap, because if you do, they can point the finger and say, "See, you're the crazy one." They'll push your emotional buttons in ways so subtle and persistent that when you finally explode, no one sees what led you there. That outburst to them is a win. It's evidence that you're not as composed or powerful as you appear. Don't fall for it. Don't let their chaos provoke you into becoming someone you're not. When none of these tactics work, they'll use love as a weapon. The affection they once poured on you, they'll take it away. Then, when you start to move on, they'll bring it back. It's a cycle. Hot and cold love and neglect, closeness and distance. They want you addicted to their attention, desperate for their validation. They want you so emotionally entangled that their approval becomes your oxygen, and once again they're in control. But when your strength teaches you that their validation means nothing next to your self-worth, their tactics fail. And they hate that. Eventually, when all else fails, the narcissist will try to destroy your reputation. They'll start smearing your name, spreading lies, twisting truths, and painting themselves as the victim in every scenario. They'll do this because they've lost control over your mind, so now they want to control how others see you. It's retaliation. It's punishment for daring to be strong, for daring to walk away. They'll use every conversation, every private moment, as ammunition to assassinate your character. But remember, those who matter will see through it. Truth always outlives lies. Sometimes they'll go a different route. They'll try to mirror you. They'll start to mimic your confidence, your beliefs, your passions. They'll pretend to grow, pretend to change, pretend to match your strength. It's all an act. They think that if they can become what you are, you'll let your guard down. And when you do, they'll start the cycle of manipulation all over again. Only this time more carefully, more insidiously. They'll pretend to have evolved just enough to get close, only to dismantle your strength from within. And finally, when none of these efforts succeed, when your strength stands tall, when your spirit remains unbroken, they may discard you. Abruptly, without closure, without remorse, they'll vanish, leaving you confused, hurt, and searching for answers. It's meant to be a final blow, a way to punish you for not submitting. But make no mistake, they're not gone for good. They're watching, waiting, planning, and just when you start to rebuild, just when you begin to heal, they'll reappear, acting like nothing ever happened, sending messages, apologizing, pretending to miss you. This is called hoovering. It's one last attempt to suck you back in, but don't fall for it, because the moment you recognize these patterns, you take your power back. The moment you realize that their behavior is not about love, but about domination, you step into your strength fully. Narcissists cannot coexist with someone who refuses to shrink. Your strength exposes their weakness. Your independence highlights their insecurity. Your peace disrupts their chaos. And for that, they will always see you as a threat. Let them, because the real victory isn't in fighting back. The real victory is in walking away with your dignity intact. It's in refusing to shrink for anyone. It's in building a life so grounded, so filled with truth and authenticity, that no narcissist can touch it. Your strength is not the problem. It's the solution. The more you stand in it, the less their games affect you. Stay strong, not to hurt them, but to heal yourself.